Hi, I'm Oscarito, and this is the series Wednesday 2. Wednesday wakes up in the hospital after Tyler's attack. Former Principal Williams introduces herself as a doctor and claims to have become her new spiritual guide. Wednesday refuses to believe it, but Williams explains that the previous guide sacrificed himself. The doctor accuses Wednesday of losing her psychic abilities due to abusing them. Judy Stonehouse conducts a press conference. 46 patients escaped from Willow Hill, several deaths including the murder of the principal. They found 43 escapees, 3 dangerous ones remain at large: Fester, John Doe, and Tyler. Willow Hill is being shut down. Sheriff Santiago arrives at Judy's for explanations. Stonehouse claims everything happened accidentally. Judy's employee hides a body. She informs him that she caught all the lab escapees except patient 1938. Judy visits Wednesday, who threatens an anonymous tip about the laboratory. Stonehouse confidently denies it. Wednesday inquires about patient 1938. Upon leaving the room, Wednesday receives a bouquet of wilted flowers with a threat: "You and Enid will die tonight." Tyler appears as a ghost. Bianca hides her mother at school from Gideon. Wednesday tells Enid that Tyler is alive and in Jericho, orders her to go home. Enid refuses, isn't afraid. Williams offers to tell the truth about the premonitions, but Wednesday declines. Day of the Dead is being celebrated. Wednesday asks Principal Dort to cancel the holiday due to danger. He refuses. Judy's employee tracks Tyler, who transforms into a Hyde and kills the pursuer. Wednesday goes to Professor Capri for answers. Capri tells the story of her former Hyde boyfriend. His master ordered him to kill Capri, but he accidentally killed the master herself and went insane. Hydes cannot survive without a master. Wednesday considers becoming Tyler's master. Morticia catches her daughter studying the Thornhill organic chemistry formula, suspecting a connection to Tyler. Enid gathers the belladonnas. Pugsley and Gomez search for Slurp. After unsuccessful searches, they decide to visit the celebration. Slurp watches Pugsley and follows him. Officers find Judy's employee's body, conclude Tyler is collaborating with zombies. Patient 1938 heads to Nevermore. Agnes reveals she visited Wednesday in the hospital daily, braided her hair and measured clothes. Enid explains the Tyler situation to the belladonnas. Wednesday announces a plan to take control of him during the memorial procession. William suggests that Wednesday feels love, not hatred, toward Tyler. Slurp appears at the celebration and sows chaos. Pugsley finds Slurp, who looks more human and begs for a second chance. Pugsley lets him go. Patient 1938 meets with Morticia. It's Frances, Tyler's mother, whom Wednesday freed from Willow Hill. Thing reports that Tyler is on site. The hunt begins. Tyler pursues Enid. Everyone sets a trap. Wednesday tries to inject him, but the plan fails. Tyler attacks her. Frances appears in Hyde form and takes Tyler away. Wednesday realizes that Frances is Tyler's mother. Morticia confesses to the deal. Frances will control Tyler, then leave Jericho. Wednesday doesn't believe in the sincerity of the promise. Gomez reveals that Slurp is actually Isaac. Morticia admits that Frances is alive. Wednesday continues fighting for Enid's safety, feeling cornered with many unanswered questions. To warn the police about Tyler, a second monster appeared, Françoise Galpin, Tyler's mother, who was supposed to have died 15 years ago. Wednesday discovered that August Stonehurst faked Françoise's death after experiments in the Willow Hill basement. His daughter Judy knew everything and was covering it up. Principal Barry Don establishes a curfew. Spiritual guide Larissa Weems reminds Wednesday about the vision of Enid's death, blaming her lack of empathy as a weak link. Professor Orff tells about Francoise's brother, Isaac, a genius inventor who created a life support system for himself. His laboratory exploded, the body was not found, but there were rumors about burial under the skull tree. Wednesday realizes that Pugsley, the zombie, is Isaac. Pugsley says he freed the zombies but releases a 1938 photo. Isaac is searching for his sister. Tyler is visited by his mother in a safe place built by his father. She tied up her son because he released the hide. Without a master, the hide goes wild, so Francoise becomes his master. Professor Capri examines Enid. She transformed into a werewolf without a full moon, possibly an alpha. Enid worries because alphas always remain alone. Wednesday shoots with her grandmother. Grandmother tells about Rosalind Rotwood, the legendary raven professor buried at Nevermore. If a raven speaks the words from her tombstone, they'll receive temporary vision. Wednesday goes to Nevermore Cemetery with Enid. Rosalind offers a deal: hold your hand over the flame. If you endure it, psychic sight will be renewed. If you pull away, you'll pay the price. Enid interrupts, pulling Wednesday's hand from the fire. They wake up in each other's bodies. Grandmother knows about the broken raven's gaze. Wednesday in Enid's body returns to the tombstone. Enid in Wednesday's body drinks a colored potion, gets an allergic reaction. Morticia gives an antidote and mushroom capsules, invites her to a family dinner. Grandmother informs Wednesday about two similar cases. Both ended in death within 24 hours. Pugsley the zombie restores his body and goes to the underground room. Isaac reunites with Francoise and Tyler. Francoise coughs due to Hyde's condition. She's been living too long. Dr. Stonehurst stole Isaac's books, built a machine at Willow Hill, transferring abilities to ordinary people. Judy hunted Francoise, but Isaac dealt with her. They must return to Willow Hill. Wednesday learns that Rosalind lived in the cabin where her mother now resides. In a hidden room, she finds Rosalind's skeleton. Rosalind says that for healing, one must be willing to die in someone else's skin by dawn, revealing the deepest secrets of another's life. Enid in Wednesday's body reads her novel, where the character based on Enid is called Weak. Furious, she puts on bright clothes and dances through Nevermore. Wednesday in Enid's body confronts Bruno, who speaks Filipino. She knows the language and realizes he's betraying them. Agnes overhears. Agnes finds Enid in Wednesday's body, worried about the strange behavior. Enid yells at her, wishing to remain invisible forever. Agnes goes to a support group for spare parts. At family dinner, Enid in Wednesday's body can't eat exotic dishes. During family confessions, Pugsley confesses about the zombie. Larissa informs Morticia that grandmother pushed Wednesday to Rosalind's tombstone. Everything must be fixed independently by dawn. Isaac visits Professor Olaf, takes his gift, and steals his mind. Agnes sees this and screams, though invisible. Isaac takes Olaf's mind as an energy source for the Willow machine. Enid frees Wednesday from the wolf cage. Agnes reports that she found Isaac and Francoise with Tyler. They're heading to Willow Hill. The plan: save Agnes, defeat the Galpins, return to their own bodies. At Willow Hill, Tyler realizes the machine is designed to strip abilities. Being a Hyde is a curse, but only that way did he feel freedom. Agnes is captured. The girls arrive, free Agnes. Wednesday in Enid's body begins to transform into a wolf, losing control. Everyone flees before the explosion. Agnes, knowing the truth, returns to Nevermore. The girls run to Rosalind's tombstone, reveal their darkest secrets, and return to their own bodies. Larissa reports that the vision of Enid's death has disappeared, but now another Addams is under threat, only it's unclear which one. 15 years ago, Barry Dort recruited bartender Arnold Hunt to join Daylight Melody at Tiki Tales Bar. In the present, Dort discovers Arnold is now labeled a cult leader. He confronts Bianca and her mother, Gabrielle, revealing himself as the true leader of Daylight Melody. Wednesday learns from Agnes that the death vision has shifted. Now an Addams family member is destined to die. Agnes provides information about Isaac Knight's time at Nevermore. Wednesday confronts her parents about hiding Isaac's past. Gomez reveals Isaac was his best friend and roommate, with Morticia adding that Gomez was the only one who could reach Isaac's metallic heart. They tried protecting Isaac from those wanting to exploit his brilliance, including Augustus Stonehurst, who built the Yago Tower lab. Wednesday discovers Isaac has fully regenerated and reunited with Francoise and Tyler, who never left town despite promises. She confesses to Morticia that she'd sacrifice Pugsley if necessary to save the family. At the academy, Bruno apologizes to Enid and asks her to the Gala, but Professor Capri warns Enid about the dangers of becoming an alpha werewolf permanently. Meanwhile, Tyler, Isaac, and Francoise visit a vet clinic seeking medicine for Francoise's deteriorating condition. Wednesday discovers the Hyde's hideout and finds death butterflies that can guide her to their master. That night, she learns Bianca is in trouble and her mother has vanished, suspecting Dort's involvement. Dort meets with the Addams family, secretly controlling Bianca while flaunting donations from Wednesday's grandmother. Wednesday confronts Bianca, who uses her siren powers to erase Wednesday's memory before fleeing. However, Agnes repeats Bianca's words, revealing Dort's scheme to steal the grandmother's fortune. At the Angel Gala, the Addams family arrives in masks. Dort appears with Morticia's mother as his ally, crowned queen of the ball. Wednesday demands Bianca reveal her mother's location. Despite her erased memories, Wednesday knows the truth and asks Bianca to trust her to take down Dort. Bruno meets Enid at the Gala, but Sophia unexpectedly arrives from Manila. Enid realizes she's been clinging to the past and tells Bruno she must face her new path alone. Later, she finds Agnes crying, who reveals Wednesday attacked her. Agnes admits she thought copying Wednesday's style would make them better friends. Enid comforts her, saying she doesn't need to hide behind someone else's personality. During the Gala's choreographed dance, Agnes turns invisible to steal Dort's protective necklace, rendering him vulnerable to siren song. After the performance, Bianca takes the microphone and forces the unprotected Dort to confess his entire scheme. When cornered, Dort grabs Bianca and threatens her, but Ajax removes Beanie and turns Dort to stone. The chandelier crashes down, shattering the petrified headmaster. Wednesday's grandmother appears, inviting her for summer company, but Wednesday coldly refuses due to her grandmother's comments about Gomez. She demands a hefty donation to Nevermore in his honor as reconsideration. The grandmother agrees to the blackmail. Eugene suddenly alerts Wednesday that Isaac is at Nevermore Cemetery. When Morticia asks about Pugsley's whereabouts, they discover he's missing. At the cemetery, Isaac encounters Pugsley, asks for a favor, puts him to sleep, and kidnaps him. Wednesday and Eugene search desperately but find no trace of her brother. The search for Pugsley spans the woods and cemetery, but the sheriff finds no trace. She suggests an old enemy may be seeking revenge against the Addams family. At dawn, the headmistress advises Wednesday and Morticia to combine their psychic abilities, but Wednesday's powers remain unreliable. They turn to Wednesday's grandmother, Hester, for help. Hester questions why anyone would kidnap worthless Pugsley, but Wednesday realizes it's a carefully orchestrated trap. During a seance, Wednesday experiences a vision of her parents burying Isaac's skull. Under pressure, Morticia reveals the truth about that fateful night. Years ago, Gomez and Francoise met Isaac at Yago Tower, where he claimed to have built a machine to cure Francoise. The device required raw energy, and Isaac chose Gomez, who possessed the same electrical abilities as Pugsley. However, Isaac's true plan was sacrificing Gomez to save Francoise. When Morticia discovered her husband was dying, she sabotaged the machine, triggering the tower's explosion that killed Isaac and permanently stripped Gomez of his powers. Threatened by Augustus, the family buried the truth. Wednesday deduces Isaac's return means he plans to repeat the experiment using Pugsley as the power source. Despite warnings from Morticia and Hester, Wednesday prepares to intervene. Ajax approaches Enid, seeking renewed friendship after their breakup, which she accepts. Meanwhile, in a remote cabin, Isaac promises Francoise he'll keep his word while Tyler creates false tracks to mislead pursuers. When Agnes's father arrives to collect her under tight security, Wednesday promises to free her the next day. Isaac intercepts Eugene in his B-shed, then sends Wednesday a box with a midnight meeting invitation under the skull tree. At midnight, Wednesday positions Thing with a crossbow before confronting Isaac and Pugsley. Isaac demands Pugsley fix his parents' mistakes, but when Thing fires, Isaac blocks the arrow. Tyler appears, seizing Thing and revealing a shocking truth. Thing was originally Isaac's severed hand from the night Morticia defeated him. Isaac forces Thing to reattach, regaining control over the limb, then buries Wednesday alive in a pit. Agnes witnesses everything and alerts Enid, who rushes to the scene. Finding Wednesday's weakening pulse, Enid makes the ultimate sacrifice, permanently transforming into her wolf form to dig Wednesday free. Wednesday awakens, realizes Enid's sacrifice is irreversible, and sends Agnes to stay with her transformed friend. When her parents and the headmistress arrive, Isaac uses his psychic powers to instantly rebuild his machine in Yago Tower. En route, Wednesday scolds her parents for hiding Thing's origins, while they claim they wanted to protect him from painful truth. At the tower, Morticia sends Gomez for the sheriff while she and Wednesday prepare for battle. Isaac powers up the lab with Pugsley as the energy source. Honoring his promise to Françoise, Isaac immobilizes Tyler as she chooses self-sacrifice over losing her son. Despite Tyler's protests, Françoise insists she's acting out of love. As Isaac begins the electrical discharge, Wednesday quietly approaches Tyler. Refusing his plea for death, she frees him instead. Tyler transforms into his hide form, attacking Isaac before turning on his mother, forcing her to reveal her true shape. The two monsters clash in a titanic battle that destroys the laboratory. As the fight spills outside and Gomez gathers the family, Wednesday returns to the tower to sever Isaac's hand and free Thing. An explosion rocks the lab, leaving Françoise dangling from the building's edge. Tyler reaches out to help, but she lets go and falls to her death. Tyler's anguished scream echoes through the night as police recover her body. Atop the tower, everyone regains consciousness except Morticia, trapped under machinery. When she awakens and smiles, Wednesday realizes her death premonition hasn't come true. Isaac appears, strangling Wednesday as punishment. In desperation, the family begs Thing to return. Though Wednesday's attempt to amputate the hand fails, Thing breaks free entirely, lunging at Isaac and ripping out his heart in one decisive move. Thing tears apart the threads binding him to Isaac and returns to his true family. The next day, Wednesday asks Thing how it feels to be an extension of ancient evil. Thing hesitates, but Wednesday reminds him that while he can't control his origins, he can choose his future. When pressed, Thing throws a ring, signaling his commitment to stay by her side. Agnes arrives with news that Enid's tracks lead north, 8 kilometers from the Canadian border. At the cemetery, Professor Capri visits Tyler, offering him membership in a hidden pack of hides who operate as equals rather than under a single master's control. Though cautious of the werewolf, Tyler listens as she reveals her father was also a hide. Eugene bids farewell, giving Pugsley a box of cockroaches and inviting him for future visits. Morticia gifts Wednesday her sister Ophelia's journal, finally understanding that keeping secrets brings painful consequences. The headmistress informs Wednesday that restoring family connections has renewed her psychic abilities, thanking the Addams family before departing. To her parents' surprise, Wednesday announces she's not returning home yet. Instead, she joins her uncle to rescue Enid. Reading Ophelia's journal, she experiences a vision showing Enid alive and well. Meanwhile, in the catacombs, Hester finds her trapped daughter painting a sinister message on the walls, a chilling demand to kill Wednesday. That's the end of Season 2.